Fishing in Dinkum can be a good source of money making early on. It can also be an activity to making cosmetics, completing your museum aquarium, or daily tasks for your townfolk. This guide will show you where to find the fish, when to find them, and how to catch them, and what you can do with them all. If you stay around to the end of the video, we'll have bonus information on the fish book. In Dinkum, there are other sea life creatures like crabs, yabbies, and mussels, which are called critters, and there are also jellyfish. Critters and jellyfish can't be caught with a fishing rod, so won't be included into this guide. To fish, you need at least a level 1 fishing license from Fletch, which will cost you 250 permit points. You can then purchase a fishing rod from John for 1,260 dinks. When fishing, they have their own separate biomes, which can be separated into 2 categories, freshwater and saltwater. The freshwater includes rivers and billabongs. Saltwater includes the Northern Ocean, the Southern Ocean, and mangroves. Different fish will be found only in certain biomes. Fish are also seasonal, meaning they will only spawn at certain times of the year. Some fish can be found all year round though. The best time for fishing will have to depend on the fish, which some of them will only be able to be found in the morning, or the night, or all day. If you need more information on when to catch fish, make sure you check out the Dinkum wiki. We have a link of that in below, and it has all the information of which fish can be caught in which biome at which time of day. Now that you've covered the where and when to find fish, we'll show you the how. You'll need to have your fishing rod and be able to sight cast, meaning that you'll actually have to see the fish and put the line on them or near them, rather than putting it in the water and just guessing. Have your rod and face in the direction of where the fish is. Hold left click or left trigger for the controller to power up your cast. You can let go at any time if you want. The longer you hold it down, the further it will go out. If the fish is close by, then you can hold it down for a short time, and if the fish is further out, you'll need to hold it down for longer. On keyboard, you can use your A and D keys while powering up your cast to move your aim slightly left and right. For controller, this will be on the joystick. You use this to adjust if the fish is moving out at longer distances. You can cast while on your boat, but with the limited space on it, it can be challenging at some times. Now your line is out, but you didn't get really directly on the fish, and that's fine. The fish may detect it and swim up to it. If you have completely missed your fish, if you found a better fish, you can right click or left trigger on the controller and it will bring your line in instantly. If you've only just overshot your fish, you can hold your right trigger or the left mouse button down or slowly reel your line in. You'll know the fish is interested in your line because they'll start to swim up to it and sit underneath it. Generally nibble on it anywhere between 1 and 3 times. The general rule of thumb is generally 2 and 3, but it can vary, as I said, between 1 and 4. You need to pay attention to the audio and the visual cues. Here's an example of a fish having a little nibble. Now here's the example of the fish taking the bait. Notice that with the nibbles, they're only light little splashes, but when it takes the bait, it's a much bigger, deeper splash. Once the fish bites the line indicated by the big splash and the sound, you'll then need to left click or right trigger, and this will be able to hook the fish. If you're too early or too late, the fish will lose interest in the bait and just swim away. You'll have to recast all over again. If you've liked the content so far, make sure you give us a subscribe and let us know that you enjoyed the video by giving it a thumbs up too. Now that you've hooked the fish on the line, it's time to reel them in. When they bite, they'll first do a big run away from you. You'll need to just wait until they stop. You'll be able to notice this as they're splashing and kicking away from you. During this time, do not hold left click or right trigger. If you do, it will put tension on the line and it will snap. If you have a look on the durability of the right hand side of the line of the screen. If you do hold the left click too long and the line snaps, don't worry, it won't destroy your rod. You can easily just recast again and you're back to where you started. Once the fish has stopped pulling away from you, you'll need to hold down left click or right trigger to reel them in. Once they start pulling away again, you'll need to stop. You'll need to repeat this process until you land the fish. Depending on the fish, it will take a different amount of time to reel them in. Bigger fish will take longer to reel in and smaller fish easier. All fish can be donated to Theodore's museum only once. After that, you can sell them to John directly. After you have donated 45 fish, not including the critters, to Theodore, he'll then offer you a fish book. Now this is the bonus tip that we were talking about earlier. This book is very useful when finding specific fish or finding fish to sell. You just equip the book into your quick bar and go up to the water and then hold left click or right trigger. This will show the name of all the fish in your area and the price of which you can sell them. An extra bonus tip for you can use the fish as decoration. You can use it by putting them down in your quick bar and then placing them on the ground. You can't release fish into your own pond, as this is not a game mechanic at this time. You can store fish in the little tanks for an unlimited amount of time, so don't worry about them despawning or dying. Did you know that you can take your fishing games to the next level and catch sharks? Check out our video here to learn all about how to catch sharks within Dinkum.